In the heart of Manly, Sydney, there's a place that holds the shadows of its past. A place that was once a refuge, but for many, it became a tomb. The Sydney Quarantine Station. Built in 1832, it was the last stop for thousands of passengers before they could set foot on Australian soil. But for some, their journey ended here, not in the embrace of a new life, but in the cold, sterile rooms of quarantine, where death often came in the form of disease. Between 1832 and 1984, the station housed countless immigrants, sailors and travelers who, if infected with diseases like smallpox, Spanish flu or bubonic plague, would never leave. Thousands of lives were lost here, their bodies now resting beneath the very floors we walk on today. But some say the spirits of those who died never truly left. And what follows is a chilling tale from those who dare to visit this haunted site. It was 2017 when a young woman, Emily, and her friends decided to visit the quarantine station on a ghost tour. With only a flashlight to guide them, they walked through the old, dimly lit corridors of the station, listening to the guide recount stories of death and despair. But what happened that night would change Emily's life forever. Emily had always been skeptical of ghost stories, but there was something about the air that night. It felt thick, heavy, as if it were holding its breath. As they walked deeper into the station, Emily felt it, a sudden drop in temperature, a chill creeping up her spine, and then she saw it. At the end of the hallway, a figure. A woman dressed in a flowing white gown, her face pale, her expression vacant. She was standing in the doorway of what had once been a quarantine hospital room. Emily's breath caught in her throat. She blinked, and the figure was gone, vanished without a trace. I thought it was just a trick of the light, but then the temperature dropped again, and I felt this overwhelming sense of sadness, like I was not alone. But the weirdest thing, when I turned back to tell my friends, they were all looking at me, their faces pale. They'd seen her too. Who was the woman in white? Some believe she is the spirit of a nurse who died here during an outbreak in the early 1900s. Others think she's the ghost of a woman who came here with her family, only to be quarantined and lost to disease. Others have heard more disturbing things. Sounds that don't belong. The laughter of children, faint yet unmistakable, echoing through the corridors of the old hospital wing. In the 1910s, many children died here, victims of diseases like smallpox and the Spanish flu. Their bodies, now long gone, seem to leave behind an echo of their presence. Those who have stayed overnight at the station say the sounds of children playing, laughing, and crying can be heard from time to time. But it's not just the laughter that haunts the station. The morgue, a cold, lifeless room, is said to be the place where many spirits linger. Some say they feel a cold breath on the back of their necks. Others hear whispers, like a voice calling their name from within the walls. Visitors report feeling an oppressive energy here, as if something or someone is watching them. One night, a paranormal investigator set up equipment inside the morgue. What they caught on their audio recorder was chilling. A voice, clear as day, "Get out." To this day, the station remains one of the most haunted places in Australia, its tragic history intertwined with the spirits of those who never made it out. So if you ever find yourself walking the dark corridors of the Sydney Quarantine Station, remember, you are not alone. The past never truly leaves, and sometimes it has a way of reaching out. Are you brave enough to uncover the secrets, or will you leave them undisturbed? The choice is yours.